Hello, all of my sleepy bears. My name's Chronically Blue. Welcome back to more Sonic Frontiers: The Final Horizon. Last episode, I got a little bit confused. I said that we were going to be doing 2 Trial Towers last episode. That is not correct. That is what we are doing this episode. So, here we have this new thing that we haven't seen before. If we have, I forgot about it. But you have to do a cycle loop around it in order to activate it. Now, if you target it and then jump, do a 1-2 punch, and then press triangle to do a quick cycle loop, or quick, then it will also be the exact same. So, just in case you did not know that or you forgot about it, just letting you know right there. So what we have to do here is we have to stomp onto the 2 little targets, do a cycle loop, and then immediately jump up and homing attack in order to get a seed of defense. But that is vital because it's going to be important for us to get up the trial tower. But as I was exploring and wondering about, I saw this Tetris configuration, which is my favorite. I do love these. I just like that you get to view it from all the sides and be able to figure out, how exactly would this fit? So, quite a few things. 1, woo. I know it's not a fantastic thing, but things are going alright. And if things are not going good for you, I hope things get better for you. And if things are going great for you, then congratulations. But I just had quite a few good things happen. Nothing major, just we had a party that went well, and it went a little too well. Like, have you ever had that before, where you plan something and it happens, and once it's finished, you're like, this can't be real, right? This has to be fake. Like, there's no way everything was fine, there was no arguments, everyone was happy and having a good time, and they left at a reasonable time. There's no way that could have possibly happened. While I was cleaning up, I was still like, I'm waiting to wake up. Like, there's no way all this happened. I don't believe it. I do not believe it. I believe something bad happened, and I'm concussed right now. That was not what happened. Everything went fine. It was so weird. We got these cute little witch hat ring toss things from Target, which was super fun. Very difficult, but still fun. And despite only being like maybe 1 or 2 feet away, it was still very difficult. Like, if you were able to get all 3 rings on the hats, that's some pro level stuff right there. We couldn't. Most of the time we either got 0 or we got 2. But it was nice. We had just a fun time. Had a Halloween playlist going. Once the playlist ended, put on Hocus Pocus. We had a potluck. It was just nice. It was nice to be with enough people and have it not be overwhelming to the point where everyone at least knew one person or the other. And anyone could start a conversation. It was exactly what I was dreaming of. So the fact that all that happened was really cool. You're gonna see me fail right here, but that is exactly what happens. So, what we have to do here is we are going up the fans, then we are grinding onto the rails, and then we are going to keep going onto the fans, and some more rails, and then we miss and we fail, and we mess it all up. Yeah, this tower is definitely going to give you the most trouble you've ever seen, which is very unfortunate. I had massive difficulties with this tower, but once you do it, yay! You don't have to do it again, but for the short term, it is quite annoying, and it is difficult, unfortunately. So if you're having any difficulty with it, just take a breather, maybe get some water, and try to figure it out. Just shake it off. Be like, you know what? This is a game I'm playing for fun. I can do this. I can make this happen. Now, I do not know if altering the difficulty will change how the towers are. I know it changes how the trials are, I want to say, but I don't think the level design gets any easier. It might, I'm not sure. Again, I've gone through this entire game on hard mode, just for fun. Or I should say for anger. Here you have to do a really perfectly timed double jump in order to get up onto the stand. And we are not done yet. This is just the halfway point. Here we have a switch, and you have to activate all the switches to activate the crane. And here we have the part that is very annoying. But when you do a 1-2 punch on that, and then do a quick little side loop by pressing triangle, it will activate, and once it's activated, you don't have to worry about it anymore. It is just good. In fact, I get to show you right here. Just like that. And the reason why I skipped the previous do is because when you do that, Sonic typically just goes towards the center and falls, and that's not fun, because then you have to go all the way up the tower again. I'm trying to cut this down as much as I possibly can. As you can tell by the length of the video, we have quite a bit going on here. But thankfully, we make the most of our time. We definitely do, which I am very happy for, because listen, it's like night and day between this episode and the next episode. It's like, whoa, like so much happens, and it's fantastic. In fact, we are already at the trial here, so let's see what the Coco has to say to us.
Guess there's a surprise fourth Titan after all. In the vision I saw, you lost to the enemy when you sealed it in your Titan. How are you here?
The Dao Poryuk, the Dik Letunk, Zand Baiza, Anjink Bork Kara, Duke, Jurenda Dudo.
You ready for the most difficult trial tower yet? Oh, I bet you are. This is gonna be intense. It's gonna be the greatest battle you've ever seen. We have to fight enemies. What is the enemy? It is a ninja. Yes, it's a ninja that we get to fight, and our stats are a little bit lowered. But if you see here, just doing the regular combos that you typically do, it's pretty great. But you do have to keep an eye on it because the enemy's health does regenerate. I know it seems kind of lame, but if you just keep attacking it and you just keep letting it, well, if you keep letting it attack you and you keep deflecting and blocking and then doing that, you'll have it done after only 31 seconds. I didn't even look it up. That was just my instinct. I'm like, here, let me do this. I'm like, oh, that is a lot of damage. Let me just keep doing it. So that's it. That's it. You have 10 minutes if it's hard for you, but again, that's it.
Jude, da Gruden Garfa le Grude, Brenzaik Sunday, Duai Funk, le Juanch Pure, le da Wins. Da Zaikle Varsh de Garki, Guen da in Damsho, Zabai le Bire, Bang Gaisum Milk le Diro, le Barukir, and you Gamini. Then, Dergas by device. Thanks shows a wipe. Gausa, Galva Kara.
Whew. It worked. I feel like my old self again.
Excellent. Now we must go to the one who can forge that energy into a new power.
No time to lose.
Sky. It's corrupting everything on the island, even the Coco.
I won't stand for it.
Guys, focus. Knuckles needs to weaken that thing's hold on the emeralds, and Tails needs to break them free. I'll handle the Coco. I have a feeling they'll be crucial to the plan. will not harm this world. I won't allow it.
Right. Sonic will be playable later. Feel free to progress through the game and return to Sonic later to complete any tasks. So,
Shh. It's alright. It'll be alright.
we are finally able to play as Amy. And I've been wanting this for so long. I know that we've played as Amy previously, but sweet goodness, with all the stuff that we've had to do and everything that we need to access, it's just fantastic to finally be able to play as her again. Because sweet goodness, we missed so much stuff with her. So we will be very happily taking care of all that. That's right, we were going to be getting all the big circular Coco in order to reveal as much of the map as possible. We're going to be doing everything that we possibly can. And that, in part, is why this episode is really long. It's going to take a little bit of time for us to go over and find everything. As well as, I didn't die any times here, so that's good. But it just means that there's not a lot of areas for me to edit out in order to make it a little bit faster. I do apologize for that. But it's so nice because when you talk to the characters as the other characters, they're just like, man, I wish I could help, but you know. I'm like, no, I don't know. Why can't I play as you? But help now, please. And it's annoying. It really is. But now that we are back, this means I'm going to assume this is our final go-through with these characters. I'm assuming that after Amy we have Knuckles and then Tails again and then Sonic for a final time. I'm assuming. I made absolute 120% sure to not look anything up because why would I do that? That is counterproductive. I mean, it's not counterproductive, it would just be spoiling stuff, and I don't want that. I somehow made it through the entire game without spoiling anything for myself. You really think I'm going to start now? So yes, as I said, we're just going through finding all the circular Cocos that we can activate with Amy in order to reveal as much of the map as possible. Because the more that we do that, if we reveal the entirety of the map, first off, I can breathe easy. I can see, hey, we got all the map done. We got all the missions done. We got all the stuff that I personally qualify as 100%ing in Metroidvania games. If we don't do that, then we're going to be like, well, that stinks. And I'm assuming you know what a Metroidvania game is. If you don't, that's okay. I'll give you the quick little brief history that I do every time when I bring it up. A Metroidvania game is Metroid as well as Castlevania. When it started on the SNES and onwards, it became kind of a labyrinth-ish style game where you go to all these different areas, you get weapons to slowly make you stronger and do more abilities, and you just do that for a while, and you beat the boss and you win. I really enjoy those kinds of games. I specifically have the Castlevania Advance Collection because I'm just a really big fan of the Advance games, way more than I am of Symphony of the Night. That game, no thank you. However, I've not beaten a Metroid game. No, that's not true. I've beaten the first Metroid game, AM2R, and a Metroid Zero Mission. Those are the two that I have done. Well, three, I should say. I apologize. It's not bad. And as I keep bringing it up, I realize that I haven't done a Metroid game yet, have I? I might have to fix that soon. But here we have another circular Coco. And this Coco is going to reveal some more of the map to us, which will no doubt reveal another circular Coco that we have to go find and activate. Look at that. I'm so smart. So yes, in order just to keep things a little bit more focused, I make sure to go over to the circular Coco that I want, select it with the marker button, and then I go after it. Now we do still have quite a few stages that we have not done yet with Sonic. Don't worry, we will do them with Sonic. I promise you. I've already done everything else. Why would I stop now? Now, For the skills, for everyone, that I'm probably not going to do. I don't really see the need for it. So, I'm happy with showing you everything else, but the skill parts, no thanks. Even the Guardians, I'm like, no, I'm alright. I don't see any point in this. If there is some grand elaborate thing, cool. But for the most part, we're just trying to do this, you know? This is my longest Let's Play to date after this DLC. So, anything I can do to help speed up the process is definitely beneficial. I think my second longest is probably Psychonauts. See, the Psychonauts are Conker's Bad Fur Day Live and Reloaded. Which I'm still very glad that I played. It's so great to finally beat games that you've wanted to play. No, sorry. It's great to beat games that you've played for a while and never beat them. And to be able to finally beat them, you're like, wow, I did it. Which reminds me of an upcoming holiday present that I will be giving all of you. It's going to be content. It's just content. It's not an actual giveaway. I apologize. I do not have the funds to do that. Quite literally. But I was thinking, and I know that we are in October, but I was thinking of the future and how maybe for the holiday month I can give a gift. Give a Let's Play of a popular game that I think most people would enjoy. At least from the views, it definitely seems like people would enjoy it. So here we have the Psy Hammer. You press triangle, she slams the hammer, and it does a heart. You fill up the meter with rings and items, and on special signs, specifically the purple signs, if you do that, it will activate something such as a spring or a rail. And that is going to be very useful in order to assist us with getting... Oh, that's a cannon. It's going to be useful to either assist us getting more circular Kocos, more Seeds of Defense, attack power, whole 9 yards. So, it's going to be useful. But, there are the different signs for both Tails and Knuckles and Amy. So as soon as you get the chance to upgrade that... No, we're not doing that. So as soon as you get the chance to upgrade and get that item, you're going to really want to, because it's going to be quite beneficial. You never know when you're going to be walking around doing something and then you find a sign and you're like, oh, well, here, let me just do this. And most of the time, they'll actually have rings around in order to help fuel your Psy Hammer meter, which is very helpful, because I know I definitely need it. I mean, I'm not great at holding onto my rings, so, you know, meh. But on the bright side, with Amy's glide, Knuckles flying, and Tails flight. Sorry, Amy's hover, Knuckles glide, and Tails flight. They make finding these circular Kocos a little bit easier. If there's any difficult platforming, Amy has the triple jump technically. Knuckles has the glide, which isn't really that helpful, but Tails has the flying, which is very helpful. Now again, as I said, I'm not really planning on going through and getting all the skills, because that doesn't really seem that useful to me. If you want to do it, by all means, go ahead. The DLC is included with the game and you get it now. So that means that when if you waited a while to play this game, and you decided to watch a Let's Play, a long Let's Play, before you even buy the game, you can get it now. The only thing I don't believe you can get anymore is the soap shoes from Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. For that, you had to sign up for the email on Sega.com, and you would get emailed a promo code to redeem it on your system of choice, which I did. And yeah. However, on other Sonic-related news, Sonic Superstars came out, and I did finally have time to play it. I'm not going to spoil anything, I promise. But I very much enjoy how they do the entering of these special stages. The special stages themselves, thank goodness, it's not this thing that we've seen done to death. I'm like, thank you. If I saw this one more time, I was gonna scream. So it's not what you're expecting, but it is a little unique. Once you figure it out, you're like, okay, I think I get it, and it's gonna trick you a little bit. And you're like, hold on, whoa, hold on, whoa, 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 whoa. and then you get it, and you're like, oh, okay, I think I got this. But if you are in the special stage, and you know you're going to fail, if you pause it and hit restart, it'll restart the entire level, not just the special stage. So you have to go through the level again, find the special stage, and then get into it. That part's kind of annoying. And if you fail the special stage, well, then it's gone, and you have to restart the level anyway. So it's just saving you some time from seeing the result screen of failing the special stage. But you're really going to want to go and get them. With each emerald that you collect, you get a different power for all the characters. And that part's so cool to me. It's very similar to the Wisps, almost. So, if you're just looking at this game like, oh, it's just going to be another Sonic Mania or a Sonic 4. No. This is really cool. It's a lot of new levels. And it's just so nice. I'm just like, oh, thank goodness. So many new things are here. It's been so long. So definitely check out Sonic Superstars if you haven't already. That is fun. I won't necessarily be doing a Let's Play on it yet. Just because I've been putting off Sonic 06 for a long time. We gotta get to that. I know I've said that many, many times. I promise you, once we finish this game, it's going to be Sonic 06 because I have never finished that game. I have to do that for my childhood. And then, I'm going to be taking a big Sonic break. Like, listen, there's been a lot of Sonic here. Which, you know, go figure. Chronically Blue, Sonic's Blue. But we're going to be taking quite a break. I promise you. Sonic 06 is going to be, like, going to stop for that. But I didn't curse. Why are you making sounds? Sorry, you're going to find out about that very soon. We have another Circle of Coco. And don't worry about the Gathering Coco. That's not as difficult as you think it's going to be. I know when I saw them, I'm like, oh, I have to go through and just find the little Coco containers that are not marked on the map. Not necessarily. There's a few things available for you to do, but you'll see that we will get the Coco completely by accident. So we now have to get all the way over there, and we have a grind rail very conveniently located, so that way it'll be a little bit easier for us to get over there. This island is so big, and you know, it makes sense that it would take place on the final island, but at the same time, it's like, really? I gotta do this again? This is like Symphony of the Night. Like, come on. Will I ever play Symphony of the Night? I don't know. It'll take a lot. I can tell you that much. It won't be this year, because we're already in October, and that game is unique, for lack of a better term. It's not bad. It's good, but then they do something at the very end where you're just like, oh, come on. Why would you do that? But I do have quite a few things planned before the year ends, because I like to have variety. You know this. I like to have like a 16:9 and a 4:3 game on at the same time. But in this, no, that's still gonna be right, actually. I know right now it's unique because we got two 16:9 games, but one of them's a game that I've already done. The other one is a game that I haven't played before, and it's going really well. That game is Goodbye Volcano High. If you have not seen that yet, please check it out. It's so much fun. It is a visual novel-esque game that takes place in high school. All your decisions matter. You also play music and you change lyrics and design the band logo. It is so much fun. And best of all, I'm playing it blind, so I have no idea what's going on, and I don't have any spoilers for it. So, super cool. I very much enjoy playing games blind, just because you get my initial reaction from it. But with a game like Sonic 06, I know exactly what to expect. I know what I'm getting into. So I'm going to try to be positive. I know with Sonic 06, everyone gets all upsetty spaghetti and this is the worst game ever. And And like, you're not technically wrong, but it's not as bad as you think it is. I think you might be overhyping it a bit. Like, the level design, no, it's not great. The speed, it's not great. But it's still playable for the most part. It's not horrendous. But, you know, thankfully, I don't have a Wii U. So, I have very good reason to not playing Sonic Boom, Rise of Lyric. And considering what happened with the Wii U, even more of a reason to not own one. In case you don't know, or if you live under a rock like Patrick Starr, the Wii U's online shop and the 3DS online shop has been discontinued. So you cannot buy anything or download anything, which really, really stinks. But what can you do? As well as you also really want to get ahead of the curve. If you have a 360 that you haven't used in a while, or if you're thinking about getting a 360, you better get one now, because come 2024, Microsoft is going to be shutting down the 360 store. Which, that's horrible. Hate that. That means any games that are for the 360, they're not going to be available, including any ones that you wanted to play for a while on the Xbox One that are backwards compatible. If you have the disc, it would work. If you already bought them, you can re-download them, but they're gonna take it away, and that's lame. No, thank you. Don't like that. Not at all. Now here we got some Amy balloons with the Psy Hammer that we have here, and by attacking them, it actually activates a spring. Got a speed boost up here. Look at that. We got another one right up here, and they give us more rings for the Psy Hammer. We got some more balloons. Here we're doing the multi-lock that we just got. Gives us another spring. And look at that. So yes, the Psy Hammer is very much necessary for the completion of the game here. Well, the completion of the map anyway. So yes, the Psy Hammer, Psy Blaster, and Psy Punch, I think is what Knuckles' one is called. You're going to want to get them. They're very necessary for making things a lot easier for yourself. Look at how much of the map we have uncovered. Like, it's beautiful. But we are not done yet. We have, allegedly, one more to get. Now, if you're wondering why I said allegedly, I don't remember. Like, yes, I recorded the gameplay, but things happen. Life happens. There's so many things going on, and to remember what is going on when I recorded it a while ago, that you're asking a lot from me. That's why it's really great for me to do this. Now, if it's something like a Christmas present or a birthday present and you accidentally show me, I'm going to remember it. It's going to be really hard for me to forget that. But basic everyday things like, hey, where did we last leave off? What did I have for dinner the 2 nights ago? What do I need to get at the grocery store? I'm very good at forgetting that. So, it's great, but it's nothing horrible. It hasn't ruined anything yet. Well, no, that's not true. It has ruined all of my Legend of Zelda games. Because I will play them and then get distracted with something else, and then come back like a month or so later and be like, what am I doing? And then I just get frustrated and give up. And so I just restart. And that is how I've seen the opening of the Great Deku Tree about 15 times at this point. Because sweet goodness. If I have to see that Deku Tree 2 more times, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to be very upset is what I am. But I guess I could manage to see the Great Deku Tree one more time for all of you. And hypothetically play through the game of Ocarina of Time in order to beat it, because I haven't done that yet. I guess I can allow it. I just don't know what I'm going to do, because I have the Zelda collection on the GameCube. Obviously, there's the Nintendo Switch Online, which, meh. Like, yeah, it's the easily accessible version, but at the same time, I don't know. There's something about the controller. It just doesn't feel right, you know what I mean? But I do have a Nintendo 64. It is possible that I could just get the cartridge. That could happen. I mean, it's one of the most popular games ever. I doubt it's gonna be, like, stupid expensive. But then again, I've been proven wrong many times. Okay, we got another circle of Coco to reveal more of the map. Is there another one? Of course there is. You just gotta expect this. There's no way there's this much of the map left to discover, and we have gotten all of them for Amy. That's all I'm saying. You just gotta realize, but like, you know what? We got time. We got a lot to do. I think I can make it happen. Now, if you get stuck anywhere, just look up. Look up and look around and try to see anything nearby that could definitely assist. Be like, you know what? I think this could go somewhere. That's what's really going to help you here. As well as if you're having any trouble with anything, you might just want to wait to see if you can do it with another character, or think if there's any other character that has any other abilities that can do that. Because that's definitely going to help. I don't know, I like Amy's cards, but I kind of wish that Amy had a, like, ultra attack, where instead of the Phantom Boost for Sonic, for Amy, she like pulls a tarot card out and it becomes almost like Hyrule Warriors. Just pulls out a random card, it summons an enemy, like, my ears. Like one of the past, Eggman robots, and they just like fire a bunch of attacks and missiles at the Guardian. I think it'd be really cool, but I know that would be asking for a whole lot. And as is, this already exceeded my expectations a whole lot, as I'm sure it exceeded a lot of people's expectations. And in my case, it was just timing. It just happened to be that I finished the game like a month before the new DLC came out, and there's another one. But there's also a pink dude there. A pink Coco Elder, as you can see right there. Which is very unique. We have not seen that before. But I think that is specifically for story. So, you know, we'll get there. But we cannot stop until we get every single circular Coco. Because we've waited this long. We've waited so long. This is the 11th episode. By goodness, we are going to get the circular Cocos because I'm running out of steam. We are gonna do it. Dang it. So this one's going to be very unique. There's going to be a lot of buttons that we have to press, and we have to do them very quickly. Or else the springs will disappear. Now, thankfully, Amy has a homing attack, so that does help us here. But, as you can see, the spring does disappear quite quickly. And that sound effect is definitely from Sonic 06. Yeah, that. I'm trying to remember what it's from. You know... No, it's not... Man, I'm trying to remember what it's from. I want to say it's when you activate a switch. That's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to say it's from when you activate a switch in Sonic 06. That's my guess. Now, yes, there is a seated defense right there, but that's not exactly what we're looking for. We are looking for the Grand Masto. Looking for the fantastic circular Coco thing. Wherever it is. Yeah, it says it's over there, but we know it's not there. Unless it's just hiding and we have to activate it with this Psy Hammer. Could definitely be possible. But yeah, considering it's not right next to us, we're gonna have to find some other way to get up there. and it's raining stars. Which, you know, great, because I'm not exactly sure how to get that part. So, right now we were just going through and collecting all these little things to help boost our attack and defense, which, how much of it is going to be useful? None of it! That's right, I'm glad you're playing along. But still, it's free heart pieces and seeds of defense, so I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. Which, if you don't know what that means, back in ye old Wild Wild West times, when people gifted you a horse, it was a grand gesture. However, the value of the horse was typically determined by the oral hygiene. So, you can have a beautiful looking horse, a great race horse, but if their teeth are all mangled and they have cavities and such, then their value is going to decrease. So that's why people say, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Be like, hey, just be happy that you have them in the first place. Don't be upset over the nuances. Which is still a pretty good saying. I still very much enjoy it. I like to look up the meaning of words and stuff because I'm just like, why do we say that? Where did this come from? What does that mean? What is the origin? Can I use it in a sentence? How many times does the letter E appear in this word? With race car, it's once. You probably knew that, but just a little thing I was throwing in there. But yes, as you can tell, the pieces do respawn, and this is one of the great ways in order to get Kocos. Now remember that this doesn't happen every night, just most of the time. And if you're specifically relying on this to get Kocos, you're going to be taking a while. But there are many other ways to do it as well. I showed it, I forgot to point it out, I apologize, but it did happen. I think it's when we defeated a bunch of enemies or something like that. I don't know, something like that. But here we have a little side hammer that we are not going to activate just yet. Man, so many pieces here. I can't believe it. So many seeds of defense, so many attacks, so many hearts. Ah. So many beautiful, beautiful things. Look at this. We just keep on running. We've got so many things to collect. So many things. It is a great time to be collecting stuff. But, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, my CP Bears.